Hi there, Grand Rising. I hope everyone is well. I thought I'd do a little bit of a different approach today for our reading. I am going to be focusing on 4 decks, and I'm going to ask the tarot to let us know about what topics we're covering in this message that I am being guided to share. And then we're going to do each deck and share the messages, and then hopefully we enjoy this ride. I feel like this really is going to highlight everything happening for you. There is this calling for you to understand your own power and worth and abilities and authority. I'm getting that this is something that you have had to overcome many obstacles to get to this point. And I feel like there's always been this opposition from others, or just for your own growth and development, that may have wanted to keep you small, stuck, maybe not in your power. I feel like, there's been many catalysts for growth in your lifetime. So let's get some additional info, and then we'll get into this reading. We have the Three of Wands. I feel like you've made the conscious decisions and you're coming to the table with a plan. This is someone with a plan. Okay? It's like you're setting the goals. Okay? So this might have something to do with what you have gained in this process and what your next steps are. And then there's the Sun card. One more. Brother, what's this? Okay, let's see. Yeah, and as well as prioritizing. Okay, I feel like there could be multiple directions to take, or 2 directions. I feel like there's also balance being restored here. And so it's kind of like you're given this gift. What are you going to use this gift for? Okay, I feel like we're going to find out. So stay tuned. All right, so the first deck we're working with here is the Shadows deck. So it's like Shadows of Light. The first card out was Reciprocity, the Mother. And then the second one was Worth, the Queen. So there is this emphasis of you figuring out your magic, your power, your authority, your value, your worth, and that you are deserving of reciprocity. I'm seeing this also echoed in the Two of Pentacles over here. I feel like the energy you carry has a lot of weight. And so there needs to be reciprocity, or you're here to share reciprocity. Maybe your energy is meant to be shared, with the Sun card here. So let's get more information. I feel like with Three of Wands and the Page of Shields, I'm seeing that, there was something that you made a conscious choice about and followed up with action. I feel like this is like putting something that you've learned to practice, and now you have figured out your magic. And so this is what this reading is about. Now it's about, okay, now I know what I'm capable of. Now I understand the power I hold. Okay, the authority, the position, the worth. This is like high vibrational Mother Gaia energy, as well as Queen energy. I feel like this is kind of, for the energies that are have gone through, the trials and tribulations, and have gone through an awakening and are in alignment with their spiritual gifts. And this is you bringing balance to others, okay? Heavy divine feminine energy here. But it doesn't have to be only divine feminine. I think we're recognizing the love vibration here. And that comes in all shapes and forms, specifically when it comes to creation. So it's like you're here to create. There is a beautiful way. I feel like you're leading with grace and confidence. So I want to emphasize that this is, There's been many that have come before you. You may have had many existences, okay, that were, yeah, that you may have not felt safe in, okay? You may have felt very, very trapped. I feel like this is something, look at this. This is Callie. That's awesome. I feel like I have to kind of cover her up because she's a bit naked. So let's see what we can use for that. Okay. Where are we at here? Okay, let's use this one. Okay. All right, here's Callie. This has been a process of liberation. I feel like Callie is here because there were things that have been carried out through lifetimes, dimensions, lessons, like, you know, the cause and effect of things, and kind of like closing things out. I feel like something definitely was closed out and gained as a result of it. There was a bit of initiation here. There was a bit of like freeing yourself from the social constraints, cultural, whatever that might be for you. I feel like it could be cultural, it could be ancestral. There might have been patterns that were required of you to close out, learn from, liberate the family lineage from. I feel like that is also part of what you were here to do. I feel like you do have this strong inner compass. This is something that you lead with, and this is something that like has also been a pattern in your family, and that is integrity. I feel like you're meant to hold this line of integrity, okay? I feel like this is also being a conscious creator, knowing that like your magic and what you create with it, you are accountable for, okay? And you create with the divine, with the sun card here. I feel like you're putting what you have learned to good practice. And I feel like there's a lot of potential here. Okay, there's a lot to create from. I feel like you're a generator. Like you can generate, you can manifest and generate. All right, so that is one of your skills that you have learned. Okay, let me just check in and see if we're going to keep using this deck. No? Okay. We're going to move on to another deck. So one sec. Okay, so the next deck we're going to work with is the Divination of the Ancients. Okay, so just to kind of summarize, you're here to liberate yourself and others from ancestral patterns through your own experiences. Definitely the law of cause and effect is at play here, and I feel like you could be clearing up karma as a result of this. I feel like you learning the laws of karma, right, helps to break some of the patterns, right, because there's awareness. I feel like as a result of this awareness, you're able to share this knowledge, this practice, this wisdom. I feel like this is something that's being demonstrated. It may have a lot of potential. It may give something tangible, or you've been given something tangible. I feel like this is kind of like you gain something through your trials and tribulations, right, on your spiritual path, and you know you've gained this connection and this energy of, you know, replenishment, creation. And so this is like, be careful what you wish for, you might just get it. So this is like creation, right? I feel like there's been this like mother energy, queen energy, understanding like things need to be reciprocated. You could be in an energy of receiving now as a result of the energy that you have put out. I feel like there were patterns here that were liberated. Okay, so this is like lessons learned and applying these, and I feel like it's being seen in the environment. So let's ask what else are the messages and guidance for today. I'm also getting like you have liberated your ancestral line from specific patterns. Karma, her karma. Okay, so that could be playing out for you at this time. There could be some sort of scribe energy, writer energy, teacher energy. I feel like there are, this could be in your lineage. Maybe you're being called to be authentic through your own narration. So this would be you telling your own story in whatever way that is for you. Write your own story. Like you're the writer. So what's the book going to be about? It's like, what are you going to create? Okay, it's right back to that. I feel like you've gained something here. You've learned something here. Something's tangible. It very much could be showing up in the position of communication. I feel like this could bring in abundance, or there is this ability to tap into multiple different resources. These could be in the physical or not in the physical. They may have had a physical experience, but may no longer be in circulation, so they may no longer be alive. I feel like you are an oracle and can access the wisdom and knowledge of past times, okay? Because these are a lot of different coins from a lot of different places, existences, civilizations, values, worth, like all of the things. I feel like these things have passed through a lot of hands, so that means that there's a lot of different essences that this represents. You may actually have the gift of, like, what is it, psychometry, where you can hold something, okay, where you can hold something and read the energy, okay? That might be something fascinating for you. I do have, again, like being able to access wisdom, knowledge, information, guidance, support, love, healing, outside of the physical reality. So it's like in other dimensions, other existences. There's infinite wisdom and knowledge here. I feel like there is caution as well. What was the caution about? This could also represent, like, not all that is accessed is for your highest and greatest good. So use your discernment. Okay. And then we have a bit of projection energy, scrying. So you may be a seer, okay? Or you're trying to develop your seeing abilities. So this could be in water, mirrors, clairvoyance, third eye activation, patterns. Maybe you're really good at like pattern recognition. If you're able to see like even the little fractals in the air when you look closely and zoom out at the same time, there's this ability to see just like the air fractals. So you may have a lot of ability to see like as well, like orbs, fluttering lights. So I feel like this is representing like a lot of seer energy. Or you could be using divination to kind of like see what's happening externally so that you could have wise advice, especially when it comes to your physical reality. Okay, I like this. Is this it with this deck? No. Okay. Geez, that was weird. Okay. Let's see here. Interesting. I'll get more on the Ouija board and the wisdom. I feel like there's a lot that happens while you're dreaming and sleeping. You could actually go back to past time, civilizations, timelines, and access wisdom and knowledge. You may be able to speak to spirit directly, okay? And this can be happening in your awake state as well as your dream state, okay? You are an oracle. So many of you are messengers, okay? You're channelers, you're open to receive direct communication. This could even be from like other star systems. It's not just like from a more physical space. I feel like this is like you're very open. There is, yeah, and then we have communication. So this is, yeah, I mean, you may even have the ability to work with spirit and have them direct you to something in a book and that is the communication, and it like resonates and it makes sense and it's confirmation. So some of you might be able to use like that kind of divination to receive guidance. Maybe this is something like calling for you to look things up or do your own research. Maybe even increase your wisdom, your knowledge. Maybe going back to school. Maybe you're learning more about a topic. Maybe you're writing about a topic. Maybe you're a teacher or a student. I'm getting there is this, some of you may feel a strong calling to like the runes and those that used to use the runes. And so these were great tools for, you know, definitely the times of like, I'm thinking when I see this, I feel like Nordic, I feel like a strong Celtic, Scottish, as well as Viking. Valhalla comes to mind for me. I don't know if that resonates with anybody else. If it does, please let me know in the comments. Just comment Valhalla. You'll know. If you don't know, then it's not for you. This part is not for you. Or this card is not, that's not what it's for you. I feel like there also could be the opposite, which would be angelic presence, numerologies, feathers, messages, receiving and seeing the orbs and being surrounded by angels, okay? Numerology is super important here. Paying attention to these messages, because that's what they are. You know, if you're seeing angel numbers or you're feeling called, just look at the clock and it's like, why am I looking at the clock? Oh, maybe there's something in this message for me. Yesterday was 11/11, so I feel like, again, this is, you know, you paying attention, right, to how numbers show up for you. What are they trying to tell you? Maybe this is a call to like look up your life path numbers, maybe do your astral chart, like maybe refresh. Maybe there's like a 3 to 6 month outlook you could do astrologically, to kind of give you a bit of a roadmap. And then maybe this is also about like, you know, aligning yourself with the intentions. Okay, so I love these messages. These are beautiful. All right, so I wanted to kind of do a deeper dive. And so one of the cards here is about, it's time to reveal the real you. So it's kind of like you may have been someone who in the past, you know, you may have worn a mask. You may have, it was really hard for you to kind of like let people see who you truly are. And I feel like you've done a really good job to kind of release all of this at this time, but I feel like now it's time to come out and play. I feel like it's time to come out and play. You know, you may have embodied the role of like, again, like the people pleaser or entertainer or someone trying to be all things to everybody. I feel like this is time for you to show your true colors, okay? And there's nothing to be ashamed of, because, you know, it's like you wear your war paint like it is like jewelry, okay? So I feel like they want you to, you know, don't worry about how everyone else perceives you. I feel like what's most important here, especially that you have learned, is that it's how you see yourself, not how everyone else sees you. And I feel like that might have been a redirection here. I feel like this might have been what you liberated yourself from, was, you know, what everyone else wanted and thought. I feel like you called your power back and realized that, like, if people aren't going to meet me where I'm at, I'm not stooping down to their level. And I'm a queen. I'm a king. I'm worth it. And so you focused on your own stability, security, your alignment with the divine and God, and was like, listen, I finally know who I am. I feel like there's that playing out here. Okay, so as far as the coins here, okay, beautiful card. And there's one that's like in the center. And it is this absolute beautiful, beautiful keepsake, okay? So what's coming to mind here is that finally all your hard work is paying off, regardless of how this came to be. I feel like there was a lot here, okay? There's a lot that you experienced, okay? But I feel like you see it now as it was necessary for your freedom, okay? And possibly the freedom of those that came before you and who will come after you. So it's kind of like there's a plan here. I see this grace, the beauty way. I feel like this is number 11, by the way. This is sacred geometry. So it represents like there's a cycle, there's a plan associated with this. Yeah, I feel like, you know, whatever this came through, like whether it was like sheer hard work, whether it was prayer or positive affirmations, it's paid off. So you've been blessed and are now supported by the universe. So this is about you reaping the benefits. There's like a cornucopia of abundance that is on its way to you. And so having the understanding that not everybody deserves, right? Reciprocity is the first card here. Like, it's like you're about to be blessed, but not everybody deserves to be in your blessed energy, okay? Because it's not, so far, people have shown you that it's not reciprocal. And so you have a bit of, you know, clarity when it comes to that. You're no longer people pleasing and doing things just because people want you to do it and you're afraid what they're going to say or do. I feel like you've moved on from this pattern. Okay, I feel like this is something that might have been as a result of your family dynamics. And, you know, we all get born into a family and we have these things that we work through. And I feel like you work through whatever that was. The Page of Pentacles here, as well as the coins here, it's letting me know that like there could be a new business venture or a new opportunity for you to do something. It could be even a hobby or something that like you're needing to do as a result of like what you've learned, okay? So, you know, if something comes in that feels like it's in alignment, you know, certainly I'm feeling like that is part of what you've attracted into your reality, which is really awesome. All right, so I would say with this whole Oracle card, this is really about you already know the answers to your questions. And so you already realize what lies behind the current situations, people, places, things. And you already understand what you need to know for your highest and greatest good. So I feel like anything else outside of you is confirming this or is triggering you to see it from another perspective, maybe. I feel like this is about you trusting yourself rather seeking the opinion of others, as well as you trusting your inner knowing. Okay, that's what this Oracle card's about. So with the Ouija board, I feel like this is discretion. And I feel like this is also caution. Okay, so this could be a heads up that there might be an offer coming your way. It may be tempting. However, there's underlying issues that may arise that you may not see out of the gate. So there might need to be like a deeper dive into something. So if you need to look into things more deeply, there's tools to do that. So this would be using one of those tools, which is a Ouija board or cards or an intuitive like myself. I feel like there's something that's going to require you to uncover all the facts before you make a decision. Or you may need to just take the plunge. So I feel like this is a bit of like, you know, there might be something that you don't have all the information on. And so try to use the tools that are at your discretion to find out as much as you can before making a decision on anything. Okay. And then some of you are just going to be like, whatever, we'll find out. You know, I gotta decide. I feel like the Ouija board is a very reliable tool. And so it's kind of like use your reliable tools. What can you rely on? One thing you definitely can rely on when you're having to make a decision is your intuition. Okay. And I feel like you do receive messages when it comes to the dream state. So we're going to dig into that. All right, so when it comes to needing an answer or guidance or information, clarity regarding a decision or something going on in your life, not only the Ouija board representing a divination tool, but so are the answers you seek. They can come to you in your dreams. These often are presented through like images, stories, as well as like visitations from deceased loved ones. And from your guides, your spiritual team. So I feel like if you've got some questions, bring them to your dream state, like right before you need to fall asleep. Maybe write them on a piece of paper, put them under your pillow, set the intention to receive some guidance for your highest and greatest good. And so that this is something that you can receive in your dream state. So maybe having a dream journal handy or a piece of paper to take some notes when you first get up would be helpful. So finding solutions to these questions, they can evolve spiritually by practicing dream incubation. Okay, so this is, before going to sleep, plant a mental intention that you will dream about regarding the topic. Okay, focus your attention in this way and you will put, like, it's almost like you're coming to your spiritual self with an assignment. And if you look at it as an assignment or you're getting homework help, during your sleeping consciousness, you'll understand at some point that like you're going to have more flexibility there to kind of like manipulate the imagery and experiences and be more open-minded than if you were in your awakened state. So sometimes you can travel and go to like esoteric planes and stuff and receive some of this guidance. So depending on your level at this time, maybe it's about asking your loved ones for a sign, for a yes, and then a no would be no answer. So maybe just keeping it simple. Maybe, it could be in the form of like leaving a feather, seeing a certain kind of bird, or, feeling the ripple effects of a touch or a tingle or some sort of light that goes off in your house all the time. I feel like being open to how you receive the communication, but I feel like one suggestion is through the dream incubation process. Okay, very, very cool. I'm going to do the dictionary next. This one is, making sure that we're not overthinking to the point of like micromanaging the universe. I feel like you don't have to analyze every conversation. Some of us do. That's just how we're wired. But it's time to kind of like shift from the logical, analytical left brain to something more creative and intuitive, more right brain. So this might help you find clarity. So if you're feeling a call to get inspired, maybe paint, get creative, it's going to bring you some peace of mind. Okay. So they kind of want you to create from a different space. Okay. Instead of like logical, they want you to create from a place of love. I feel like this is also a reminder to listen to others, as well as, when they're offering you some help, take advantage of it. Like you don't have to do everything by yourself. And then if there's advice that comes your way, don't be so quick to dismiss it. Ask yourself if it's truly for you or not. I also feel like it is hard to read you, or maybe people used to think it was hard to read you and now like you're super clear. I feel like there's a difference here. I feel like, you're going to be experiencing deeper relationships, with different people now. Okay. So I feel like communication is a highlight in this next phase of your life. All right. So I love this one for obvious reasons. Perception. All right. So it's important to see things a little differently right now. And you're being called to imagine yourself in the place of those who appear to be confronting you, maybe even the ones that annoy you, trigger you. And, for you to be aware of your own words and your own actions. Perhaps rather than taking something like that as a sign of their displeasure or dislike of what you're doing, See their words as an opportunity to improve the situation by being more open-minded. Perhaps their actions will actually provide you an even stronger, more robust idea about how to proceed towards something. The runes are, there you have them in your hand and you do a single toss and you can choose a very different outcome. So it's kind of like those that seem to be your enemies can often deliver the most useful lessons in life. Okay, let me say that again. Those that seem to be your enemies can often deliver the most useful lessons in life. So how I perceive caused me to fall. And so the writing's on the wall. Lessons in all I shall embrace, and see the good in all I face. I don't know, but I also feel that when you ask for guidance, Spirit responds without fail. And this is where they want you to get to if you're not there. I feel like there's this energy around you and it's just you tuning into it, you being aware of it, you accepting it, and you allowing it and not having any fear. The universe has been sending you messages in reply to your questions, but you've blocked your ability to notice them. You may have been hoping for guidance for so long that you are focused on asking rather than receiving the reply. Ask yourself this: are you really wanting the answer? If yes, then start to become aware of the replies that come to you from Spirit. Keep vigilant, for the answers come in many forms. Okay? As an overheard conversation relevant to your question, as a song playing on the radio. How about some angel numbers, some synchronicities, some numerology, maybe some 333? In words spoken by your friend or in other ways, including the sight of a beautiful feather falling on your path. Okay? So this is, you having and receiving confirmation that your prayers are being heard and answered. Okay? Possibly a past loved one or spirit guide, even angel, whichever form you are drawn to the most, has a message for you, for your highest good. So watch carefully for nature's delivery of messages from the spirit world. Okay, that's the last card there. Wow, how awesome. Very cool. All right, so we're going to do one more deck, and I think that'll probably finish this up here. All right, so I'm using the Oracle of the Angels deck. This will be our last deck. Okay, we have Inner Child, right over by the Mothers and the Queen, and it's in reverse. I have I Am Creator, the Beauty Way. Oh, that's so cool. And then I have Joy. Okay. And then I have Believe in Your Dreams, the Eternal Light of Love. Let's see. It's beautiful. And then we have Health. Is that it with this deck? Okay. Wow. All right. Let's take a look at these now. Inner Child, coming up over here where we have the Mother, Divine Feminine energy. And then over here, Joy is what you have chosen. This is like a freedom, a liberation, and you are enjoying that energy. You're enjoying the liberation, the freedom, the free will choices that you've made. You are embracing all that is around you. This is like Nine of Pentacles energy. This is you seeing, and being with Spirit, walking with Spirit, like you're so connected and in a very high vibration. Okay, I feel like Joy is probably the highest vibration, actually. So interesting enough. I feel like you healed your inner child with the Inner Child in reverse. I feel like this was an energy, like you must have been someone who spent a lot of time outside in the woods, in the forest, barefoot, maybe in a sundress, I don't know. or just maybe your play clothes, and you felt more at peace outside amongst nature, playing with your friends, your spiritual friends. You may have even experienced the anomalies, as we would call them, and maybe even shared it with your parents, your folks, your friends, your siblings, and they're like, that's not true. That doesn't exist. That's not a thing. You're making it up. So I feel like you may have had to like almost reparent yourself through healing your inner child. There might have been areas of your life that, you know, you suppressed that have come back online. Maybe it's your connection. Okay, maybe it's your abilities. I feel like this is an age where as children, the spiritual abilities really come online. And so oftentimes we go through trauma at no fault of our own, and then those get suppressed. So I feel like through the process of healing your inner child, it has opened those back up again. And so I feel like, you know, that is what's been gained here. I feel like it might have been something that you felt like was lost forever, or maybe you felt like you were lost forever, but now you're found kind of energy. I feel like now you're found. And here you are. You're a freaking queen. And then we have the energy of the creators. This is really talking about like co-creating with the universe and being able to have that strong divine connection, right? One with source energy. And then again, like sacred geometry, anchoring this I am creator card. So I feel like this is, you know, you're the divine having an experience in a vessel. I feel like this is part of what you're here to do. You're here to create with the divine, and so therefore you are divine. This is you believing in your dreams, believing in what you're seeing, experiencing, feeling, sensing, perceiving even. So I feel like this is you being in your spiritual high vibrational energy of service and just being. Like you're okay with just being, right? There's nothing else that needs to be, because you're safe, you're secure, you've transformed. This is you being in your higher self energy. So I feel like all is well, okay? You're in the energy of joy. I feel like you are connecting and sharing the vibration of the internal light and of love. Like you're here to anchor this energy in. This is the energy that you have been working towards this whole time. I feel like this is you being in your healing energy. You may be a healer. So you may be here anchoring in this love to help heal humanity. The energy represents, you know, the channeled energy from creator source. So this is, you know, you being of service through the energy of love. So this is like amazing. Okay. So I feel like there's a strong purpose here. There's a strong outcome here. Amazing. I'm seeing the pattern here of there's a whole cycle and process playing out. I feel like there's been this evolution, right? To at a certain age, there were things that were experiences that were difficult, and as a result of that, there was a lot of lessons being learned. And I feel like you're kind of almost back to that point, like you have done and completed the assignments. Okay, it's like you finished whatever lesson, major life lessons those were. And so I feel like now it's up to you to create. I feel like you're doing this. I feel like now you're able to do what you came here to do. For many of you, this is about you coming back to your inner child and your ability to believe in the magic again. And your spiritual gifts are online, and this is through all the trials and tribulations. I feel like you've made the decision to use what you've gained and experienced to bring love to the situation, okay? To help others through their process. I feel like there's this beautiful energy that is shared. This is someone being in their service and purpose. I feel like you hold the vibration of joy. I feel like this is an amazing way to create and manifest from. I feel like you're in a very high vibration to manifest. So it's time for the real you to emerge. I have a father energy. This is masculine here. Interesting. So all of this work that you have done is being observed by the masculine energies. Okay, so I feel like it's interesting because this has been a very strong feminine themed reading, but we need to have both perspectives here. So here's the masculine perspective I feel like we're about to receive. Yeah, 9 of Wands. This is going, you know, battle after battle after battle. I feel like this is something that, you know, like you had to rise to the occasion, and every time you did. Like, I feel like you rose to the occasion. I feel like, and you did it with grace. With the Temperance here, Chariot here. I feel like you don't look like what you've been through. And then I have a water sign, King of Cups, the Moon. I feel like this was intense training. This was intense experiences. I feel like not everybody could have gotten through what I feel like not everybody would have overcome what you've overcome in the way that you've overcome it as well. So I feel like nobody does it like you. I feel like you have your own signature. I feel like there's a signature about you. I feel like there's this King of Cups. There's the Emperor, which again this is masculine energy here. I feel like they're representing themselves as they too are working on these things. Their challenges are to plan as well, and it is for a purpose. I feel like there is this recognition that balance is needed, right? In order to have a higher vibration, in order to create from a higher vibration, there needs to be love brought to the situation in a balanced, you know, leadership way. I feel like the masculines are the leaders, okay? The protectors, okay? They are the warriors, okay? So that we can be in our feminine energy. So this is about like being in union, having balanced energy here. All right, so that is what's playing out. I feel like you're meant to co-create with this, okay? You're meant to help bring balance to the collective. There could be anxiety and fear. So it's again like not working from that energy, seeing it for what it is and transmuting it. Okay, so I have the 4 of Swords. I have a King of Cups, the Moon, 8 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. Is this in the reverse? This is in the upright. Okay, so I feel like I'm getting like, I feel like this is 2 energies, 2 separate energies, okay? I feel like there is a healed masculine, and then I'm seeing maybe an unhealed masculine, okay? So there's a polarity here. And what I'm getting with the healed masculine, like this energy is very motivated, inspired, in touch with their purpose. Someone who stands up for a cause, very much, you know, wants and works towards the greater good. This is someone who's passionate about what they're here to do, and they're doing it. This is someone who's empowered. This is an empowered masculine, a protector, as well as takes on the challenges, continues to move forward, like has that ability to take on the challenges and move forward towards resolution, balance, harmony. Okay, so this is someone who is a problem solver. Okay, this is someone who gets things done and does it with good intentions for the highest and greatest good. All right, Temperance. So they may tap into their empathy a bit in order to make grounded, stable, secure decisions. This is a leader. This is someone who is in their power. They're going to protect, they're going to provide, and they're going to lead. They know what they want and they go after it. Okay, so this could be you dialing up your masculine energy when you need to. I feel like you have access to both. Okay. So you may have had to be in your masculine energy. Maybe there's a call for you to let someone else take this on, and you can be in your feminine energy, your queen energy. I'm also getting like this literally could be a masculine coming into your energy as well. Okay, let's talk about the bottom half here. I'm getting a King of Cups, okay? So this would be water sign energy, heavy emotion energy. I also have the Moon. I have the Eight of Cups. So I feel like there's a lot of emotion here, a lot. And it's confused. It's not clear. It's all over the place. It's imbalanced. There's so much like it's almost like someone's hiding behind their emotions. Okay? I feel like there's a bit of that with the Seven of Swords. I also feel like there's so much emotion here. There's so much unresolved emotions. I feel like this goes back a long time. This could have even like come from another life, like a past life soulmate in this lifetime that you were assigned to learning things from. Okay, I feel like there's unresolved issues here. But what I'm getting is that the unresolved issues really belong to maybe someone else. But I feel like this energy triggered something that was for your growth and development, and you gained something from this because I feel like they taught you something that you needed to learn. So I feel like you learned lessons with this energy, and as a result of the lessons learned, which was your worth, your value, you not settling for less than, you knowing who you are, Divine Feminine, I feel like this is you moving on with grace and kind of like realizing that there are limitations that are outside of your control. And if you need to move on, you will move on. I feel like this is choosing you. I feel like this energy did not have the best intentions. I feel like this has been laid to rest. Okay, this is something that has been laid to rest. Okay, so I feel like, this required this insight, this introspection. It required this going within for the guidance and to heal things that you had going on with you. So it's kind of like, there are things that you needed to heal from. Okay, remember, this inner child was in reverse when we first got it. So I feel like this was a catalyst for your healing journey. All right, and I feel like I'm here to support you on that path. I feel like this energy chose, their shadow. They chose to not do the work. They chose money. They chose, other things for themselves. Okay. Four of Swords can also be like 1111 as well. I don't know if this was maybe someone who mirrored something back to you that was unhealed, and as a result, you went and did the healing. And so I feel like you're emerging as the victor here. You're emerging, okay, in alignment and ready to go. So I feel like that's awesome. Let's get one or two more cards and we'll close this out. Yeah, I feel like Nine of Pentacles here. So yeah, you are looking like a star. I feel like you've gone through like this major transformation, a death and rebirth process. I feel like whatever, tried to keep you stuck and stagnant, I feel like it only made you stronger. I feel like you have been able to tap into your abilities, whether people want this for you or not. I feel like you can see through all the illusions. Okay, this is you having the discernment. Okay, I feel like you can always free yourself. Okay, this represents freedom, liberation. Yeah, you've liberated yourself from the illusions. You can see through the illusions, whether they're in the veil or not. You see through the veil. You're a seer. You're a knower. You're a feeler. You're a sensor. Like, you don't need the facts. You don't need the evidence. You don't need to actually, have the words. You receive it in some other way. This is you having, like, this is like, you know, your transformation through your spiritual awakening process and your ascension process. That's what I'm picking up here. So it was a beautiful process. And I feel like now, you know, you're the Queen of Swords. You're being represented as somebody who, you know, has been through it and can tell you all about it. So I feel like you have a strong story to tell. You do. Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. So share your story, share your narrative. Okay, write that book. Write that book, create that platform, you know, tell everybody about it. You know, we have so much access to so many amazing tools to be able to help each other. I feel like it's like everybody has something to share, right? It's embracing that. No more censoring, okay? Let's leave the judgment out and let's just embrace people sharing their authentic selves. I think that's where it's at. All right, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I feel like we're liberating ourselves. So good job, everybody. Good job. All right. Sending you guys lots of love. Till next time.